Hey, this is Quayla.
This is DJ Nicholas, gospel reggae artist from Kingston, Jamaica.
This is Kenny Lewis of Kenny Lewis and One Voice.
And you are listening to my boy Red with the RH3 show.
And you're listening to the RH3 show. Keep it locked. Yo!
I know I gotta bring them down, bring them down. They call me to switch. Go ahead, cause I don't wanna give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord.
My old status that's from sinner to saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know that all the inner is taint. So we must live out our lives with.
What's going on, everybody? I miss you all, but I was with you all on yesterday during our W-Pop Memorial Day celebration, y'all. I hope y'all joined me on that. If you didn't, I'm gonna try to. Do I want to redo it? Do we want to redo it? No, we'll keep it going. You probably hear another special throughout the month, summertime or whatever. Summer party jam with W-Pop and me, your boy Red. But probably during my hiatus I might do that. But what has been going on with you all? Y'all, we got a great show planned for you today with me. I'll let y'all know what's been going on during the chit chat portion of the RH3 show, and that'll be the next break or whatever. But today we got a great show planned for you. We have a real talk with Red discussion, breaking porn addiction, and that is a taboo topic what people don't want to talk about. That is a topic to where some of us shy away from, even people in the church, people on, talk shows or whatever. They don't talk about real life topics, what people go through. And some of this stuff, whatever, I talk about relationships with, sometimes, and, I'm fixing my headset if y'all hear some noise or whatever. But that's some stuff for folks talk about, and what they don't talk about. And you have to talk about these things. You have to talk about these things, and I'm here to be the one to talk about these things. So we're gonna get it physically on and popping today. So our real talk with Red discussion is going to be about breaking porn addiction, and a lot of men go through that. A lot of women go through that. Teenagers, know for a fact, go through that. Young folks go through that. And, hey, we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to be transparent, be real with you. Do I do it now? No. But we're going to talk about it. And, hey, I'll talk about it during the discussion, and we'll get on to it. You don't want to miss it. We also got Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News. And also, next break, I'm going to talk about what happened with Joy Fest, y'all. I'm so angry and upset, but I'm not going to let it continue to get to me. But, I was angry and upset, but I'm not going to let it get to me. But I'll talk to y'all and let y'all know what happened. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I'll let y'all know how it all went down, as I said in the promo. And also, we got a special guest. We got Kenny Lewis from Kenny Lewis and One Voice, and he's here to introduce his song, Thank You. So, hey, we're going to keep it going. Keep it where you got it. It is your boy Red, host of the RH3 show, and I'm here to brighten your day, and I'm here to bring joy in your life, all right? Be back in a moment.
K&B Improvement. No job too big or too small. Heaven knows we do it all. From carpet cleaning to house turnover, deep scrubbing, and more. Carpet restoration, we give you what you ask for. Reliable, reasonable, prices you can't beat. Let us serve you in all your cleaning needs, for we are dependable and neat. Call 301-379-5939. Kevin Best, www.kbimp.com. and improvement.com.
Does your ministry, business, or organization need a new brand? Or maybe you're looking for a graphic artist to give your letterheads, publications, or your upcoming event flyer a little more pop and eye appeal? Then Integrity Media and Design is your one-stop shop. They offer many services that will suit your needs. Services such as media production and editing, graphic design, business identity, and much more. That's Integrity Media and Design. More information is available at integritymedia.weebly.com or on Facebook, Integrity Media and Design, or you can also find them on Twitter at officialimd7. Integrity Media and Design. Media and design with integrity in mind.
All right, you all, I'm back. Y'all, I miss y'all. I had a special 2-hour broadcast on yesterday. If y'all missed it, I'm sorry. If y'all missed it, I'm sorry. But it was a Memorial Day celebration, and no, I'm not gonna replay it because none of y'all come through and bring me a plate of your barbecue. You still had an opportunity to do that. Some of y'all even know where I stay at, even if I'm not at the station. Some folks know where I stay at. It could have came through and brought me a plate, but you know what? You ain't do that either. So I ain't even want to hear all that rumble and mess. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I love you. I cannot do my co-host like that. But anyway, we're going to get into today's broadcast, y'all. Joy Fest, y'all. Joy Fest. I, y'all, so eagerly wanted to get to Joy Fest, but I was, I wouldn't say that I was set up. I wouldn't say that. But some things transpired, but it could have been prevented. I will say that it could have been prevented. And you know, if you didn't want to go, you could have just said, you know, whatever. But my plans and everything was done in advance. And hey, a couple days beforehand, hey, I can't go, can't do this, gotta do this, gotta do that, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I, for the last time, have learned my lesson. If it's not nobody in my family, I'm not gonna do it, and I'm not gonna invite, or whatever. And I'll just leave it at that. I'm gonna keep on moving. Hey, if you got a problem with what I said, down my 10 digits. You know my number. Y'all know my number. Everybody knows. Some of y'all who's listening knows my number. And so I'm still broken because of that. And even a reparation or a forgiveness or a let me make this up to you wasn't even offered. And so whatever. I'll just leave it at that. And every time I think about it, it just takes me to another place, and I'm not gonna allow nobody to do that. So let's move on. So yes, that's all the chit chat I have for you. I've spent 2 minutes and almost 3 minutes, speaking on this, and so I'm going to keep it moving to the left. Hey, but yeah. Converse with me. Y'all know my social media pages, facebook.com/DRH3 show, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. That just sound like my boy DJ Nicholas when I did his interview, and I got to get him back on the show. I did his interview about maybe 2 years ago, or whatever. But I'll be back with you all. Coming up next is our girl Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News. And then we're going to get with the Real Talk and Red Discussion. And then my boy Kenny Lewis from One Voice. Kenny Lewis and One Voice is on the line. And y'all, this song, Thank You, was hot. We'll be back in a moment. It is the RH3 Show. Coming up next is our girl, Nina Taylor, during the Inside Scoop of the Red segment right here on the RH3 Show. Keep it where you got it. Even though there's other podcasts and radio programs to listen to, you, my co-host, choose me every Tuesday and Thursday. This week, we have great shows planned just for you. On Tuesday, Joy Fest was this weekend, and I give you a recap of how it all went down. Plus, the Gospel News commentator, Nina Taylor, talks with music artist Kenny Lewis about his legacy in music, and he also introduces his new song, Thank You. On Thursday, vacation time is coming, and we want to get you financially prepared just for the summer. As I say all the time, I can't do this without you. So spread the word, and you all join me every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more about me or the broadcast, visit my website at therh3show.com.
Praise because he set me free. I say he paid free me at Calvary. So I'm gonna dance and there's no stopping.
Nope.
I know I gotta praise him.
If you're not tuning into the RH3 Show weekly, here's what you've missed. Fellas, you can prevent, unintended pregnancy also. Wrap it all the way up. Wrap it up, fellas. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. That's all. Wrap it up and like I don't want to be too nasty and vulgar, but hey, like the secular world and those out there who's not saved, if you got a strong pull-out game, hey, do it. Before you, hey, I ain't gonna get too nasty with y'all. I'm gonna just keep it PG-13. But like I said in the beginning of this broadcast, this program, this episode is not suitable for some audience. Listener discretion is advised. So hey, your pull-out game got to be strong. But still, even so, to not even that, make sure you wrap it up, fella. Come on, y'all. Come on, be real with me. Use protection or don't even have it at all. But if you're married, it is part of that. So best thing is both of y'all use protection or whatever. Come on, y'all, join me every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on WPOP Radio or anytime on Google Play Music, Anchor.fm, Apple's Podcast, or Pocket Cast podcast platforms. Know that I love you for real, and always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. You can also visit my website at therh3show.com.
They can't stop you if they could. So go ahead, get crazy, praise them like you.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Want the latest news regarding the TV, movies, sports, politics, and music industry? It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, right here on the RH3 Show.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? Wouldn't it be crazy? Would you still amaze me? If I find my way home, yeah.
Hi, I'm Nina Taylor, and here is your gospel news. Newly signed to the Motown gospel label, Gene Moore, a Houston, Texas native, he's been grounded in ministry for many years. He was raised in a church family. Both parents are pastors. At the age of 15, he began singing in the Southeast Inspirational Choir. Even though he loved to sing, he felt his calling was in the way of working in media. Gene interned at a local radio station while in high school and college and took a job after graduation. He was approached by Kim Burrell, who heard Gene sing at an event. She asked Gene to join her singing background at the age of 21. By the age of 26, Gene began working in ministry as a youth pastor and a praise and worship leader. On May 22, 2013, Gene received a call from the VP of A&R of Motown Gospel, Aaron Lindsay, and has worked with Gene over the years and never dreamed he'd be working with Gene on a solo project. Born to Puerto Rican parents, In Chicago, Joanne Rosario grew up both in the church, her father a pastor. Music has been a part of her life, singing since she was a young girl. As an adult, she sang with Fred Hammond's Radical for Christ. In 2002, under the guidance of Fred Hammond, Rosario came out with her debut album, More, More, which combined with urban R&B sounds and contemporary gospel and even a little Latin soul. Due to a health condition, she took a break for many years and returned in 2005 with Now More Than Ever, Worship, and then 2 years later, in 2007, Joyous Salvation. Are big churches more successful than small churches simply because of their size? Are small churches more virtuous because of their size? There are a lot of assumptions made about churches because of the size of their congregations. According to many small church pastors, a church's value is not found in their size as long as they preach the gospel truth. Small is not really a problem. Some people prefer to worship in a more smaller, intimate setting than in a mega church. A mega church is not for everyone. However, small is not an excuse for not growing. A standard of excellence has a place in all churches. It just might look different in a small church compared to a mega church. A successful church, 1, focuses on the work of Christ on the cross. 2, teaches grace, not legalism. 3, teaches the truth of the Word of God and its doctrine without compromise. Also teaches congregations to increase in sanctification. The elders are godly men who teach sound doctrine. They promise to increase in use of spiritual gifts given to various individuals within the body. They also do not let political correctness influence preaching and teaching. They are full of evangelism. They take care of widows, visits people in prisons, takes care of the poor and orphans. Those are the characteristics of a successful church. Here's a list of the largest and most successful churches in the U.S. Number 10, Fellowship of the Woodlands. The Woodlands, Texas has a weekly attendance of 17,142. Number 9, Southeast Christian Church of Louisville, Kentucky, 17,261 per week. Number 8, West Angeles Church of God in Christ of Los Angeles, California, 20,000 visit there each week. Number 7, Saddleback Community Church of Lake Forest, California, 22,214 weekly attendees. Number 6, Second Baptist Church of Houston, Texas, with 22,723 attendees per week. Number 5, North Point Community Church of Alpharetta, Georgia, with 33,377. Number 4, Willow Creek Community Church of South Barrington, Illinois, 33,400. Number 3, Fellowship Church of Grapevine, Texas, with 24,000 per week. Number 2, Life Church TV of Edmond, Oklahoma, 26,776 weekly attendees. And number 1, Lakewood Church of Houston, Texas, with 43,500 weekly attendees, where Joel Osteen is pastor. Here's your Billboard Top 10 songs for the week. Number 10, Ernest Pugh, Survive. Number 9, Brian Courtney Wilson, A Great Work. 8, Jonathan McReynolds, Not Lucky, I'm Loved. Number 7, Tamala Mann, Through It All. Number 6, J.J. Harrison, No Reason to Fear. Number 5, Jacqueline Carr, You Will Win. Number 4, Jermaine Dolly, Serve. Number 3, B.B. Winans, He Promised Me. Number 2, Corinne Hawthorne, Won't He Do It? And number 1, for 5 weeks, Todd Delaney with Your Great Name. Well, that's your Billboard Top 10 songs in the country, your list of the most successful churches in the U.S., and your gospel news. I'm Nina Taylor. Let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
Sorry about that, y'all. Just getting back from my break. But, hold on. But, yeah. Thank you, Nina, for your portion of the Inside Scoop of the Red, and with your gospel news commentating. Yes, so I got a little brief Inside Scoop of the Red news for you all, and it's brief. It's gonna be just brief. And then I have a quick Ask Red letter. I just had to throw this in because I seen it. It actually come from a picture I saw, and then it was a question. And I want to ask you guys, and then I'll give y'all a people poll question of the day, okay? Of the week. So, let me recap back what I said about Joy Fest. I didn't go, for one. some things transpired on the other end. I don't drive, you all. I don't drive. I haven't driven. Well, I've drove probably maybe about 5 minutes to 10 minutes on 2 separate occasions. And so that was when I was younger. But I have not driven a car. I have not driven, whatever. And so I have to actually depend on folks to get, not really to get from point A from point B, because I usually can ride the bus or walk. But long distance, I have to, ask somebody, depend on whatever. And I had 2 tickets. The other person, I'm putting up air quotes, couldn't go. Something happened, then, whatever. And so that's, and then at the last minute, I couldn't find nobody else to take me. And so I'm like, whatever. And, I still haven't gotten get my, I got the alleged apology, but it wasn't how much, what can we do to make up for this or whatever. The word I was thinking of even earlier was reparation. I didn't get no reparation or whatever for what can I do to make up or whatever. Didn't get that, so I'm just gonna whatever. And I've been wanting to go and cover Joy Fest, and then even the clip that y'all seen in a promo, that was from when I went back in 2011. Yeah, 2011, 12, somewhere around there. That was when I went in, whatever. But anyway, that's it. That's bridge over troubled water. Y'all, there's this teen guy. Let's call him Corey. His first name is Corey. This is his real name, Corey. It was a picture that went viral of him running to his graduation. Alleged that he had took a bus and then got off the bus and had to run to attend this graduation. And a black guy, and alleged there wasn't nobody in the crowd to cheer him on, and this was so touching and moving. It got people to talking. Stovetop Kisses, I seen it on her page first, and she wanted to do stuff, cook a meal for him, and this, that, and the third. And then Ricky Smiley got hooked to it. He ended up buying Cat a car, and so it was just so heartfelt that everybody came together for this young man. Speaking of another one, I cannot pronounce this cat's name, but they call him Le Superman. And so what he did was, he seen a baby dangling from the 4th floor balcony. And so what he did was climbed up to the 4th floor on each balcony to help save the baby. And he did. And so it was in London. They gave him his citizenship, and they also gave him a job as a fireman. And so let's continue to, if y'all see that video or whatever floating around, continue to share it, because we don't get much notoriety in the media or whatever. Continue to share it. Everybody share that Barbecue Becky picture. Let's share this and support him. Another thing, speaking of, I was about to say another word, but I'm gonna leave that there because it wasn't a mean word, but it was, whatever. But anyway, speaking of a Caucasian lady, Roseanne Barr, just today, or just yesterday, last night, she tweeted about, what's that lady's name? She tweeted about, the lady, it was a former, a black woman and a former top advisor to President Obama, Valerie Jarrett. And so she tweeted Roseanne did it this morning. So yeah, it was this morning. I thought it was last night, but then, I'll continue on why I thought it was today. But Roseanne tweeted saying Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes had a baby. It was VJ, meaning Valerie Jarrett. And so, Valerie is biracial, I believe. But I know she considers herself as black. But I know one of her parents is black. And so, Roseanne did that. and she was a mess for doing that. And so that was this morning. ABC caught wind of it, canceled her show. Thank God, because Roseanne, and you know what? Honestly, deep down inside, I think but ABC, canceled her show, but also gave her reparations for that as well. So, that's just my opinion. I'm sticking to it, and it is an alleged opinion. But Roseanne is a complete hot, total mess. And need to go sit down somewhere, because that wasn't even called for. And I liked the Roseanne, and now, whatever. No. What else been going on in the news? Yeah, I talked about the Roseanne thing. Morgan Freeman. He's been alleged that, sexual harassment allegations on him. I don't know why I feel totally different about him than I do about Dr. Cosby, but I'm still Team Cosby. I'm Team Cosby. And, last week, a week before Harvey Weinstein, I think it was last week early, Harvey Weinstein was arrested. Ain't nobody gonna get, and trust me, especially these, Caucasian men, ain't nobody gonna get much, discipline and hardship as Dr. Cosby did. Now, come on now. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. You believe that? I don't. But anyway, we're going to move on to that too. And I think that's all that I have for you all. Coming up next is I'm quickly do our Real Talk with Red discussion, because I want y'all to get into Kenny Lewis in One Voice, and then I want y'all to hear his song, and I'm trying not to go over my segment time. But anyway, coming up next is the Real Talk with Red discussion, where we're going to talk about overcoming porn addiction, and then we're gonna get into our discussion and our guest, Mr. Kenny Lewis from Kenny Lewis in One Voice, and he's here to present his song. Thank you. That song is bad. But keep it up. Keep it where you got it. I'll be back in a moment. You're listening to The RH3 Show. You can visit my website at therh3show.com. Are you looking for an experienced and passionate video production company that values your time and resources? Then look no further. 1301 Productions specializes in creative promotional concepts that promote your product, brand, or service. Our main goal is that we can help you reach your existing clients as well as potential clients successfully. Call today to set up your free estimate. 1301 Productions, creative concepts for creative clients. For more information about 1301 Productions, give them a call at 424-835-1301.
K&B Improvement. No job too big or too small. Heaven knows we do it all. From carpet cleaning to house turnover, deep scrubbing, and more. Carpet restoration, we give you what you ask for. Reliable, reasonable, prices you can't beat. Let us serve you in all your cleaning needs, for we are dependable and neat. Call 301-379-5939. Kevin Best, www.kandbimprovement.com. I'm
I'm back, y'all. We got a great time, and it is 30 minutes after the hour, and we're going to go ahead and keep it rolling and keep it popping. Practical steps for breaking pornography addiction. Y'all do not know that this is one of the things that keeps folks bound when it comes to sexual addiction. One of the things, and so whether it be you are single and watch it, married and watch it, it is sickening. It is. It really is. And so, y'all, it's a topic that is happening, whether it be in the church, whether it be in the home, whether it be at school, whether it be on the bus, whether it be self-gratification, whether it be a lot of the things. People are dealing with this, and folks try to escape around the topic and don't want to talk about it. But folks are dealing with this. They are seriously dealing with this. And, there are, I will tell you this. I'm in my just reached over to the late side of my 30s. And, when I was young, I was introduced to it, hey, it is what it is. I have not been saved all of my life. I haven't been saved all my life, and I was introduced to it. I don't know who it came through first, if it was a cousin or if it was a friend of mine, but I was introduced to it. And I think it was the friend of mine, because we, went to stay the night over his house, and, with us, being, boys or whatever, just curious. And so he said, Red called me by my nickname. Not, I just don't go by Red on the radio. I go by Red elsewhere. But he mentioned it, and he was like, hey, I got these, look at this. Let's hide and it was magazines at the time. Let's hide and let's just look at this. And so it was, it was there. It was there, and I was kind of scared because of how, anything that I knew that was wrong, I was kind of scared and, skeptical about watching. I was like, well, come on, man, maybe, let's not look at this. We're going to get caught or whatever. But those actually weren't his. It was his father's. And so, he had him under his bed, looked at him or whatever, and kept it moving. And so that was the first time. And then I was introduced, again with my cousin or whatever. And so those were the times that, I was introduced to it. And then I don't know how or it came about growing up as a teenager and as a young boy, but only reason that I would say that, and it wasn't an addiction, it was just exploration. Only reason that, you probably may revisit something is if you were introduced to it or if it was brought to you. Because there are some people who say, I don't never do that. I have never done that. Probably because ain't nobody introduced it to you. And I'm not saying that as a positive thing or as a something to be proud of, because it's not. And so, hey, it was just part of my journey to get me to where I am today. And so it was, like I said, it wasn't addiction. It was just, we were boys watching it, boys looking at the magazine, boys staying up late watching, dirty HBO, whatever. And so that was that. And thank God I've overcame that, but there are folks out here who has not overcome it. And, there are folks out here who, is still dealing with it. And it is very sad because it has their mind warped and it has their mind trapped. And those mental thought patterns and those mental addiction things could lead to something else, could lead to, if you don't get it at home, go try to get it to somewhere else forcibly. Be it, and it's sad, y'all. And it's sad. But there are ways that you can overcome your addiction to this. And there are people even in ministry now who are dealing with this, but they're dealing with it secretively. And so the first thing is, I feel that what we need to do, first of all, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Pornography can be tricky. It is an isolating struggle. Freedom from it is a hard thing to break. It's a hard thing to break, and to break free from it. It is hard to break. And, and why I'm saying that it's hard to break, because growing up, I can remember, those thought patterns, and I'm like, okay, whatever. And once I, didn't think about it and, continued to get stronger, it was gone. It was gone. And so, you have to continue to pray on that, because that demon is bold. It is bold. And so the first step you need to do is to tell somebody. And who that somebody is somebody like a counselor, a pastor, a teacher, somebody who, not really a teacher, but I'm talking about teacher as in, they got a gift to teaching somebody, and or counseling. Let me not say teacher, but a pastor or a counselor or mentor, somebody who you can go to and, praying, who can walk you through it. And even with them, they're going to have to be somebody who is strong and who can withstand that, because y'all don't know that demonic spirits and spirits can travel. And so if for instance, if I'm someone who is addicted to this, and I go to an office to talk to somebody and say, I want you to help me with this addiction, that bold spirit could probably jump on them, from them to me, and I still be dealing with it. But they are, or I can say multiply. They like gremlins or whatever, or baby's kids. They don't die, they multiply. They do die out sometime, but y'all know what I'm saying. Even with the transferring of the spirit or whatever. And so that person, even before they see a client, be like, pray, Lord, cover me with your blood, this, that, and the third. And so whenever they leave, say another prayer. Father, I thank you, Father, for this session that I just had. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. I cancel out every negative thought, every foul, evil spirit that may try to overtake my mind due to a client who I love dearly, who I'm trying to help out or whatever. They got to say that initial prayer and that ending prayer to cover themselves. Pray over themselves with, anointing oil and prayer oil, and to kind of release themselves from that, just in case that spirit want to come and dwell in their atmosphere area, whatever. But yes, if you are dealing with any kind of addiction or whatever, tell somebody, because the first thing is to be free from it. Because even if you in the addiction, so you won't feel embarrassed, what you gonna do? You gonna go hide? You gonna go cover stuff up? You gonna go, put secret mode on your camera, on your phone, on your laptop or whatever, and watch it. The first thing to do is let somebody know that you know. And now somebody know, you ain't gonna try to do that stuff no more, or attempt not to, because you're not hiding it anymore. You're letting it out or whatever. So the first thing you should do, the first thing that I feel that you all should take step towards freedom is talking about it, sharing your struggles with someone. Share it. But yes, it's a powerful weapon against the shame that can keep us trapped in the sin like pornography. Telling somebody, whether it be a friend, spouse, parent, pastor, mentor, or counselor, isn't about public shaming or punishment. But you don't share so they can be disappointed in you. You share so someone can know and can help you stop using porn, and also finding an area to heal from it. With pornography and sexual sin in general, anonymous confessions aren't particularly helpful. So you can't just, if you're Catholic and go in the confessional booth and they don't know who you are. They're confessing your sin. It's not, no, yeah, yeah. Telling the Lord and praying about it, of course, is going to help. God is going to help, but also God put these people in place, in addition to, your prayer, and in addition to, the anointing oil, and in addition to, the Holy Spirit helping you. He also got people in these areas who can help you out. And so, tell somebody. Number 2 is make pornography viewing inconvenient. Once you tell somebody, you can mistakenly believe it's up and the person to do the work to help get rid of that. No. How can you make it inconvenient? Block it from your phone. Block it from your laptop. Block it from, your house. If you got tapes in your house, destroy them. Destroy them. If you got tapes in your house, take them out, rip them, destroy them, burn it, put it in the incinerator, throw it out in the garbage, burn them. Make the viewing pornography inconvenient for you. Enable a filter on your internet. And pray, or if you don't have no children, pray that this evil spirit don't try to attack your children when you have them. If you do have them, pray over your house, because if you watch it in your house, trust me, that spirit is is roaming. It's roaming. So you just gotta have to pray and bind and cast that spirit out. For real. Use your technology not at home, but in a public place. Like if you go to McDonald's or whatever, go to a library. They already automatically got that, restricted. Take off the internet from your house if you don't have children, or even if you do. If you take it from your house, make sure you use an area or another mean of internet access for your children. Like, okay, if I got to take it out of my house, I got to be willing to take them to the library when they need something. Or I got to be willing to take them over, my mom's house if they need to, or, my wife's mom's house or whatever. And so whatever. Figure out your triggers is number 3. Number 3, figure out your triggers, meaning that find out what is making you want to see somebody, screw on TV. Find out what your triggers is. Find out if I'm around somebody, that spirit probably done jumped on me. I can't be around them no more. Or if I feel, the urge to watch porn around somebody, I can't be around them no more. Or if I am, saying, There can be any kind of triggers. But once you've made indulging your struggle less convenient, you will have a better idea of what drives you to pornography. If it's less of a brain dead habit and more of a conscious decision, what are the things for that triggered you? But some people, triggers are emotional. For some people, they are situational. It could be both. You can, don't get to a point where you have to continually ask your wife for that or whatever. And if so, okay, I got to pleasure myself some way, somehow. No, that ain't look. That's a trigger. Even pleasuring yourself, and can't be doing that, y'all. But in folks who are listening to me, I'm gonna give you a disclaimer. I'm talking about saved folks, and I know there are unsaved people who find pleasure into this and whatever. But I'm just talking to my like people, so just bear with me. And even when I'm talking to them, I hopefully pray and think that it gets an embarrassment to you, and you change, whatever, and seek your husband or your wife for pleasures that you find on TV, because you can't, it has to be out of your mind. And it come on, y'all, come on, we have to break loose this, and I have to be the one to help you break loose, because this is what the RHC show is all about, is to help you get free from or help you in your day-to-day lifestyle situations. I'm here to help. I'm here to help you. Alright? I am. I'll take a quick break and I'll be right back for more of, and to conclude this Real Talk with Red discussion. And then we got Kenny Lewis coming up next. All right, be back in a moment. Even though there's other podcasts and radio programs to listen to, you, my co-host, choose me every Tuesday and Thursday. This week, we have great shows planned just for you. On Thursday, vacation time is coming and we want to get you financially prepared just for the summer. As I say all the time, I can't do this without you. So spread the word and you all join me every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For more about me or the broadcast, visit my website at therh3show.com.
Praise because he set me free. Christ said he paid free me at Calvary. So I'm gonna dance if there's no stopping.
Alright, you all, I am back because I had to make that break quick because we got 15 minutes. Kenny's ready to get on, and I want y'all to hear this thank you song. So we have been talking about practical steps for breaking porn addiction. And number one, we said tell someone. Number two, making viewing pornography inconvenient. Number three, figure out your triggers. Number four, fight for your mind. I mentioned this before, so I'm going to just go ahead and get into it. Pornography is a unique struggle because, in a sense, you can't separate from it. Lock yourself in a room with no internet, books, or TV, and you can still struggle with pornography simply by going inside your own head. For the battle for the mind was by far, the hardest thing someone can go through or whatever. But just start out by finding victory in this area and read 2 Corinthians 10 and 15. And then I'll let you all know what that what 2 Corinthians 10 and 15 says. But yeah, just start by taking control of your mind. Start taking control of your mind and knowing that, you can overcome this. You can overcome this. And 2 Corinthians 10 and 15 says, we destroy arguments and every lofty opinion raised against the knowledge of God and take every thought captive obeyed by God. And that's the New English Standard Version. And I like the Message Bible as well as the New King James. The Message Bible reads, the world is unprincipled. Is a dog-eat-dog out there. The world doesn't fight fair, but we don't live or fight our battles the way never have and never will. The tools of our trade aren't for marketing or for manipulation, but they are for demolishing the entire massive corrupt culture. We use our powerful God tools for smashing warped philosophies, tearing down barriers erected against the truth of God, fitting every loose thought and emotion and impulse into the structure of life shaped by Christ. Our tools are ready to hand for clearing the ground and for every obstructing and building lives of obedience and maturity. And the New King James Version reads in that verse 5 through 6, verse 5, casting down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God, bringing every thought into captivity to the obedience of Christ. So we're going to have to just pray and cast that thing down. Okay, Lord, this is something that I want to do. I want to get free from this. And so I remove it. And I pray that you thinking on it. And number 5, reconnect to relationships. One key step to freedom we often miss is the need to reconnect to relationships. We make mistakes of thinking that this will happen only after we're completely free. We feel that we have to clean up our act first before we can be in community. When we treat a struggle with pornography like some or the modern day leprosy, we isolate ourselves even more from the very people who can help us heal our identity. Sin of any sort is an attack of our identity. Pornography is fundamentally so. So any type of sin is an attack on our identity. Why? Because we try to hide from it. We try to, shy from it. And we can't do that because that That's not us. If I know somebody who's addicted to drugs and I see that they're this type of bubbly person, and all of a sudden they are shallow and deep and not deep, but shallow and low, in a low place and always down, that is shadowing, that is hiding their identity. So it's an attack on their identity. And so you're going to have to withstand from all of that and try to, get with people to say, look, I need help. And so number 6 that was the last one. 5. Wow. But anyway, that's it, you guys. If you need help, email me at rh3show@gmail.com. I'll be more than glad to help you and walk with you and pray with you and to send a prayer request. And so with that being said, we're going to take a break and hear a quick break. And here is Nina Taylor and my boy Kenny Lewis of Kenny Lewis and One Voice. Be back in a moment. It is the RH3 Show right here on this great station. For more about me or the broadcast, visit my website at therh3show.com. I'll be back in a moment. If you're not tuning into the RH3 Show weekly, here's what you've missed. What are areas that are forbidden? What are areas of sex that are forbidden? Purchase sex. Come on. Seriously, purchase sex, fantasizing or having sex with a prostitute, and you can go to 1 Corinthians 6:15-17 or Deuteronomy 23:17 and 18. Purchase sex. So if you're not getting it from your wife, and husbands or wives, if you're not getting it from your husband, you can't go out here buying this stuff. Come on, y'all, join me every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. For more about the RH3 Show, visit my website at therh3show.com.
Hi, everybody. It's Nina Taylor, and once again, my very special guest today. His name is Kenny Lewis. His group is Kenny Lewis and One Voice, and they are rising to the top quickly in the gospel music industry. How you doing, Kenny?
Hey, Nina, how are you? I'm great.
Okay. Well, first of all, we've never spoken before, so I got to know everything about you, where you grew up, when did you start singing? I got to know all of it. Tell me a story. I love a great story.
Yeah, the whole shebang.
Yes.
I got you. Well, listen, my entire family sings. I was born into a singing family. There were 10. I had, of course, my grandma and granddad. They had 10 kids, and everybody sings. So I basically grew into a family of singers, which of course that keeps you on your toes. And when I got about 17, I just really started taking it seriously and, going to lessons and vocal training and stuff like that. And One Voice was actually started in 99.
Okay.
So this is our 5th project, and this is our 2nd single that we're releasing this week, and God is doing some amazing things with it.
Okay, so you said the group was started in 99. What have you guys been doing since then? And what took you so long to start recording, or did you start recording back then?
Oh, no, I was with Mark Sam Records. I was with Malico.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've had a top 8 on Billboard, top 20. So yeah, we've been doing things in and out of the country, tours here and there throughout the years. So we've definitely been busy and been blessed to share some incredible stages. 2006, we were nominated for our first Stella Award.
Mm-hmm.
We performed on the pre-show. This year, we did the All-State Gospel Superfest. Myself, Ricky Dillard, Erica Campbell, and so forth and so on. So yeah, we've been around.
Mm-hmm.
We've been around.
Isn't it funny how a lot of groups say that? It's like one day everybody knows who they are, and everybody thinks they came out of nowhere. What direction do you see the gospel industry going in right now?
Well, I know music-wise, a lot of things are heading towards, praise and worship, whereas in prior years we had such a variety of radio music. And that's what I like. I need everything. I like worship. I like traditional. I like contemporary. I like quartet. Things are kind of leaning more towards praise and worship wise now, and I love it. But I believe we're going to we have such variety in gospel music, that we'll get back to that, our basis, so to speak, and where we can enjoy choir music and quartet, and but I'm not giving up on gospel. I'm not giving up on it. A lot of people say, "Hey, what's going to happen with it?" But I'm just praying that God will still allow us the opportunity and vehicles like yours to reach the masses with our music ministry. Touching hearts that we may never see or meet, but He gives us vehicles like yourself here. I appreciate you interviewing me, and that someone can be reached through our message.
Okay, what about social media? How have you utilized that?
Listen, social media can be a great thing or it can be discouraging. But you know what? Mm-hmm. I've always been the type, yes, I'm grown, but I believe that anything that I'm attached to or that I'm representing, it represents on my social media. So, you're not going to go to my social media and say, I can be ticked off at somebody, that you won't get a post. And I believe everything is connected. Listen, we got the chance to tour Canada through social media. Mm-hmm. There was a promoter that saw us. We were posting our videos and saw us and say, "Hey, I want to bring you guys, over and do this tour." And I mean, a chance that we may have never gotten, mm-hmm. Had it not been for social media, mm-hmm. But they can't go on your page and see Christ is Lord, Christ is Lord, and then the next status you cussing somebody out. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So we need to be consistent, who we're representing. And as far as if it's your career, I'd encourage anyone to put their information out there, but don't invite people into your personal space so much. I'm a promoter. I utilize social media, Instagram, Twitter. I utilize it all. I think it can be a great tool, for artists.
Okay, that sounds great. And I also know that you're nominated for, I believe, Best Choir Voices of Gospel Music Awards this year.
Yeah, we are. I'm like, listen, people don't have to be nice. People don't have to do anything for you. Yep. So I'm grateful. You know what I mean? I'm grateful for anything that someone does, be it big, be it small. I am appreciative. So we are nominated for that.
That sounds great. So far, tell us about the new album.
Oh my God, this is our 5th album, and I believe it's some of our best work. Mm-hmm. We have features on there. There's a local artist here named Christopher Robinson, but we also have Zacardi Cortez and Lisa Knowles. Mm-hmm. On this project. Yeah, and I call it a buffet of music. It pretty much, seriously, it pretty much exemplifies not just the message, but the style of music that I like. I like everything, in gospel. I like all genres. And I like to try to push the car just a little bit and reach everybody. Hey, if you can't get what is on this dancing number here, then maybe you can hear this little worship song. This is for you. So there's something for everybody. We released the first single, which was Love Song.
Yes. Beautiful.
Yeah, Love Song. Oh, bless you. Mm-hmm. And we did the video, and God has given us a lot of traction from Love Song, and we're excited about the second single. Thank you. Simple message. You don't have to be a biblical scholar to figure it out. Just thank you.
That sounds good. Now, what about your family? You're a family man. You got kids. What's going on with the family?
One, and I'll tell you why I'm so thankful, Nina. The past Christmas, the weekend of Christmas, I buried my dad. I've already buried my mom 10 years ago. I buried both sides of grandparents. I'm divorced. I have 2 siblings. My brother just got married. My sister's been married for 3 years. So a lot of times it's just me, and people think you have it so together, because they see you on this stage and that stage and ministering. And sometimes you can minister so hard that you empty everything out. Mm-hmm. And not having that strong family support to still, because my family was close. Yeah. No grandparents, no more parents. Yeah. Some people would lose their mind, you know.
Yes.
But I thank God that God has given me strength to endure and to conquer and still see that He yet has a plan for my life, and I'm just thankful, you know, that I'm still here. I'm still in my right mind. You know, I don't take those small things for granted, and that's what this single is about.
Where does the writing come from? Does it come from a lot of pain, experience, a lot of hurt? You know, where does it come from?
Well, it comes from different places. I'm a giver, and at this point in my career, I want to be an encourager, because I think, as you spoke about social media, so many things on social media is all about tearing each other down, and I just want to encourage the body through music, and invoke the presence of Christ, you know, in each of our lives, and edify Him, and all this other stuff is for the birds, I say, because we don't know what tomorrow holds. But while we're here, we have people discouraged. We have people giving up. We have people just throwing it down. And I want to be that encourager. So, yes, there's some things come from experience. Like, I wrote a song that says, I was down, but you lifted me. Just a straight love song to Christ. I was bound, but you caused me to see I was broken. You mended me. So some songs are encouraging. Some songs are straight to Him. When I can think back over my life and my life experiences and say, God, man, you had me all the time. So, yeah, not just from one aspect, you know, of hurt and pain, you know, birthing new songs, but hey, some things come from just being grateful and gratitude.
All right. Well, Kenny, I thank you so much. Now, where are you from, by the way?
Chicago, the Windy City.
Okay. I should have known. Yeah.
It's 81 today, but by the weekend it'll be 55.
Okay. All right. Well, Kenny, I thank you so much. I'm going to see you in Mobile, Alabama in September. And best of luck to you with the new project. We love it. I love the song, Love Song. I'm looking forward to debuting your new song on the show here, okay?
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Here's Kenny Lewis Kenny Lewis in one voice with the song Thank You. And then I'll be back quickly to close out today's broadcast. We went over time, but who cares? I gotta get this song in. Be back in a moment.
Thank you. Come on, say it. Every time I lift up my voice, thank you, oh, thank you. Yes, sir. Every time I get a chance, I wanna say thank you. Hey, hey, thank you for being God. We appreciate your goodness, Father. Thank you for being God. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for being God. Thank you. I gotta say thank you. You turned my whole world upside down. Said you came into my life, turned me around. Love me so much. Thank you for loving me. I can never repay you. You turned my whole world upside down. Came into my life. Turned me around. Said you love me so much. Yes, you did. I could never repay you, Lord. You turned my whole world
Sorry, you guys, I ran out of time, but I know that I love you for real, and always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. I'll see y'all on Thursday. We got another Real Talk with Red discussion, and also I will give y'all the Ask Red letter as well. Our people poll question of today is: would you date somebody taller or shorter than you? Visit the Facebook page, facebook.com/the RH3 show, and then we'll discuss all of that on tomorrow, and then I'll give y'all the result. Not tomorrow, Thursday. Give you the results on Monday, and then another people poll question. But on Thursday, we're talking about how to get ourselves financially fit and prepared for the summer vacations. See y'all on Thursday. All right, peace.
Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and bring the I know I gotta raise them down, raise the blood, they call it to switch. Go ahead, 'cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and bring the raise the blood, they call it to switch. Raise the blood, they call it to switch.
Peace party people. See you later.
I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.